Chat setup here. Small delay. Mute this one. Good afternoon, YouTube. Happy Sunday. Happy rainy Sunday on the West Coast here. East Coast here. Good grief. That means I need more coffee. Here's our patient today. Canon EOS Digital Rebel XTI. Get things set up here. Not sure anybody will stop by today. I'll watch the chat. I'll start us off. Alright, this camera. Canon EOS 400D is the successor of the Canon EOS 350D and upgrades to a 10.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, a large continuous shooting buffer, an integrated image sensor, vibrating cleaning system, first used in a Canon EOS DSLR, a more precise 9-point autofocus system from the EOS 30D, improved grip. So, I guess, yeah, the Canon EOS 400D, same name as the Canon EOS Digital Rebel XTI. As here, introduced by Canon on 24 August 2006. 17-year-old camera, 10 megapixel CMOS sensor. Well, it's broken. It's in bad shape. I don't have a battery for it. I don't have power for it. I didn't even try. It said it was completely dead. Doesn't do anything. So, yeah, look at that. We're going to have a pile of parts today. Check the, once again, EOS Rebel XTI. Look at this. This is what it looks like before we take it apart. Probably took a lot of awesome pictures. Don't touch the mirror. Haha. Shutter back there. Alright. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see. I'm going to pull the strap off first. I know it's Sunday. East Coast, really bad weather this week with the storm coming through. I won't cut this off. I will go ahead and take it off nicely. You never know. But it's out of here. One strap. So this camera cost about, I think it was only about 15, 16 bucks delivered from eBay. That's fun. Provides some entertainment for me and anybody watching. Let's see what happens here on a Sunday. Have some coffee with me. Talk, camera talk, anything you want. Pick a subject. Workbench, take apart a camera. See what's inside a DSLR. I don't even know if these videos are out there for this particular camera, this make and model. I'll start my pile over here. Once again, Canon EOS Digital Rebel XTI. We'll start a pile of parts over here. We'll get the iced coffee going. Good tools. We'll go right after the visible screws here. See what a 10 megapixels. That's pretty darn good though. For a camera this old, we're going to get right into it. Gotta get the right tools. There it goes. Gotta get the right bite on that Phillips head. Alright, here's the screw board. Keep this in the view. keep a couple of these parts. Sensor, make a pile of parts. See, there's a little, I don't know if that was for the focusing or the focus motor. It doesn't look like it, it's just a sensor maybe. I don't think Canon's had the screw drives like, well, maybe they do. Anybody know about Canons? What this little guy's for? Some sort of sensor for the lens, of course. I don't know if the body supplied power to the autofocus lenses. Some Nikon lenses. Okay. Well, look at this. We got our first part coming off. Look at that. Canon mount. Is it E or E mount? M? E-M mount maybe? I don't even know. Let's take a quick look. Let's see. Canon EOS 400D. Succeeded by the 450D. EF lens mount. EF lens mount. EFS lens mount. Canon EOS. What does it say? I'm looking at Wiki, of course. They did have a 400D motor drive. Okay. We'll start a pile of parts. Keep the tools up this way. Alright. Yeah, this little thing. Not too sure. It's a spring. Oh, that's the camera release. That's the lens release. That's what that is. It's already got stuff coming apart. There's a spring stuck in there. Maybe the spring goes like that, right? Whoop! Okay, spring is gone. Yep, we're gonna have some parts. Bye-bye to that spring. Alright, let's keep going here. Yeah, some of these. I better get the right screw. Alright, Phillips head. Get a good bite on there, it'll strip it right off. Just go for every visible screw we can get to. I'm sure there is a proper procedure for taking apart a camera to repair a camera. What to take apart, what to get to, but that's part of the fun here. I don't do any of that. I just look at screws, I grab them, I start taking them apart. Sooner or later we're going to get to the guts of it. Just start taking stuff apart. I know you can go out, you can always go out in the rain, go shooting in the rain, but sometimes you gotta take care of everything else. But this is a good time. I'd rather do this type of work on a rainy day or a snowy day than on a good day, because a good day means you can go out and do other things. Sports event, wildlife photography. There's a bunch of screws on the outside of this. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a short one. Some of these screws are not magnetic. Makes me think they're, I don't know, aluminum screw maybe? Tiny screws. Think I'm stripping it out, but no. Get this one out. Camera strap. Does it come out right away? Nope. It's probably bolted in some more, unlike some camera straps. There's one. So far, so good. A little bit of dirt and rust. I don't know. He doesn't want to come out. There he goes. plastic in there. I got two camera views here so you can see me. Nothing really interesting so far. Just looking for screws. Everything on the outside here. Before it starts getting interesting and seeing what's inside this thing. Some long screws. A lot of plastic, but it's okay. Most cameras have a lot of plastic in them. Back over here, you never know how screws hold these things together. This whole front of this thing, this rubber probably comes off. Screw hide in here. Look at this. This thing takes a little battery. Whatever that's for. Add that to the pile. Got some screws under here. Just keep pulling screws apart. Tiny screw there. I always like to find the screws so I don't step on them. Things tend to fall off the workbench. Alright. Push and pull here. Let's see. It's got a whole body on here. I don't want to break it apart. I'm going to, oh, let's get under here. There we go. Yeah, we need some screws. This will probably help take this off. What are the chances there's some chips in here that don't say Canon on them? Like the Nikon I took apart had a Sony chip in it. That goes without saying. Let's see. This little door probably comes off somehow. Aha. These look like body screws right here. Wants to come out. These are captive screws, meaning they slide out. Oh, there we go. A little bit of thread lock on there. There's definitely more body. Yeah, the blue stuff on there is thread lock. Get in there. Uh-oh, look at this. Uh-oh, pushing and pulling here. Uh-oh, oh, there we go. Here's our first major piece. I don't want to rip this stuff too much, but these little guys. Little ribbons here. Slide him out. There it goes. There we go. There's our first major piece. Got the back off of this guy. CF compound. See that? Canon. Right there. Canon chip. Alright, we'll keep going. There's a board in here. Some compound parts. Grab some coffee. Iced coffee. Even on a cool day. Alright. I see some more screws here. There's one big board on the back of this. Just keep going with all these. How's the angle here? I could probably scoot this camera in a little more. tape holding some things together. Electrical shielding tape, so be it. Yeah, I don't want to pull too hard. See, I want to shred the camera. I do have a nice collection of printed circuit boards and parts, though. I keep all that stuff. Some of the stuff I throw out. All right, screw. Some solder right here. Some soldering done right here. I'm sorry about the glare. I got fluorescent lights above the bench here. All right, we got to keep going here. Screws on the bottom. Give him a little tug. Oh, I got a screw right here. Always get a good set of tools, especially the ones that have the spinner in the back. These are just Craftsman, so you can hold on to it and spin it, get a good grip. Alright, that's that. I see some screws here. Let's take them all off. Fun way to pass the time. Let's see what's inside of a camera. Digital camera. Of course, digital cameras are a lot more fun than old film cameras. They're just a box with a shutter. These got all kinds of stuff. Memory cards, batteries. The big sensors. Let's see. Push back on some of these. A screw up under there. I don't know if I'm going to get to him. This is a heat shield, of course. Hard to say what's... Oh, let's see, the chip is going to be right in here. The chip is going to be on the other side of this, but a little bit higher. Let's see. Oh, there could be glue in here. I don't think there's anything under here. Ah, this whole... Okay, we gotta keep going here. Let's try the knob here. Sometimes these pop up and there's a screw under there, but no, this guy is built for... Alright, we gotta keep going. And this top piece. There we go. Any screws hiding in here? There's a screw underneath here, so this front plate's got to come off. We want to get to this. Oh, there we go. Now it's holding on over here. Ah, this big thing. There we go. Look at that. Just a little pressure there. There we go. Okay, there's a big old chunk inside a camera. 330 volt, that's probably a capacitor for the flash, you would think. That was a big body part there. Alright, this top's got to come off. Try to grab all these screws so they're not all over the place, like I said. Let's see, there's a screw. Diopter. Got a screw on it. Let's take him off. Anybody need any screws? We got lots of screws. Magnetized screws. Okay. Uh-oh, this thing, yeah. See, I got a feeling. Oh, look at this. This whole thing's trying to come apart, but something's holding on. Oh. Oh. There it goes. We got some wires. And this one comes off. This one comes off this way. He's going inside here to the flash. He's going down here. Let's see. There we go. There you go. Lots of little pieces inside there. Switch. Lots of little pieces. Control boards. Up inside here, little hot shoe, yeah. Connectors. Here's your function dials. There's the shutter button. Right there. I won't take him apart yet. I'll add him to the pile. Let's go check out this thing now. Big board here. Look how small it is. Well, from that, to get all the plastic off, this is it. Let's keep going. This one does not like the bite. Let's see. Hey, there's a camera strap here. L bracket. 3 heavy screws. That's not going anywhere. Sorry, I'll keep putting the camera angle here, but I think you get the picture here. No. Alright, the screw probably went. There it is. Another one over here. What the heck? We'll just keep going. Fun with cameras. Let's go inside a digital camera. I know there's videos out there that for repairing cameras. I'm sure this is helpful to somebody that wants to see inside. It hasn't been too bad to take apart. I've been able to take it apart without breaking anything, so I imagine it could go back together no problem. Just have yourself a clean workbench, good tools. Everything's in here. I'm going to pull these apart. These got plugs on. I'm sure it would be a lot harder to put back together because it's just the way it is. Let's see. Little marking. Some little 3 maybe there. Alright. Alright, so another screw here. Good to have lots of different size Phillips screwdrivers. They all have a different bite on them, angle to fit the screws. I'm sure there's a officially designated. Oh, look at this. This thing's just, yeah, see how that just comes apart because other screws are holding on to it? Come on, this is the card reader. Here's a connector on top of a connector. That little guy, little ribbon cables. Sometimes there's screws up underneath here. Let's go for some needle nose. Yeah, I guess if you really wanted a camera repaired and it's fairly new, it's doable. There's a couple. We got a bunch of screws under here. Let's go. When did I start? Let's see. I forgot to check the time. 25 minutes. So about 3 o'clock I started, right? A little before 3. See if I can make this an hour or so. This is coming apart pretty quick, actually. As far as cameras go, there's lots of electrical engineering and design goes into these cameras. One, you have a part that has to do something. Then you have to get it to the size of where it needs to go. And every camera probably has a different make and model. That's a heavy plate. See, this is where your tripod mount goes. You're not gonna break this. This thing is tough. Sometimes you worry about screwing things in. This is that's a chunk of steel. It's heavy. You're not gonna break it. Let's see. Grab some of these ribbon cables. Need a little plug. There he goes. Put these out of the way, maybe. There's that tape. There we go. That can throw that out. And I've already broken him up. Okay, he's gone. We don't need those. This camera's not going back together for anybody, for your information. Some solder right there. Oh, that might be on the board though, not just part of the build. Oh, here we go. Small delay between the OBS, free OBS. I can run a couple cameras. Okay, this thing, here's the micro USB. You never knew, one screw might hold on 5 different things. This one's definitely got a lot of screws up here in the prism. I know it's Sunday afternoon, it's football Sunday, not the hugest football. There's some more. This little tiny piece. Tiny optic in there. There's something. Wow, yeah, this is getting like most cameras. This whole top half of the camera is very intricate. Just think of the engineering and CAD CAM and design that goes into these, and the machines that make these parts. Every little part has its purpose. It's no wonder these things are so complex and high tech. Even 17 years old. 2006. I just keep taking screws apart. This whole thing will come apart. Prism. You gotta be careful. Some of these edges are kind of sharp. Well, not sharp, but plasticky sharp. Oh, look, here's the little motor. Did you know there's a motor inside your camera? This little guy operates all these gears to move that camera. Let's see. Doesn't do anything going this way, but this little motor turns. Oh, there's the gears, there's the motor. This little guy right in here. So look at the moving parts. Look at these things can break and jam. The little motor in there operates this guy, operates that shutter, up and down, up and down, up and down. There's the sensors for the lens, so we can talk to the lens. Just keep going with these screws, they're everywhere. Ah, Jeff's here, Mr. Longrider. How you doing, buddy? Wow, you're my first customer today. My first person to leave a comment. Look at this. What do you think? We're looking at a Canon camera today. Let's see, where's that? Digital Rebel XTI. Here's the guts. taking stuff apart. On a Sunday afternoon. There are so many parts in these little cameras. Some parts are bigger than others, and look at the size of this the capacitor in here. I'm sure that's for the flash. Store up energy. Drop that flash on there. Hey, Yaman, how are you doing, guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Taking apart a camera. This is a Canon Rebel. Oh, DSLR. Parts all over the place so far. Rebel. Digital Rebel XTI EOS. Yes, it was completely broken. I got it off of eBay, super cheap. And I'm getting into it here. We got all kinds of parts here. Most of it apart. Trying to get this back board off. Ah, there's some more screws. Oops. Oh, this whole housing was coming off. Let's see here. I'm on the east coast of so it's been rain since Friday. Oh, this piece, there's the little optic for the prism, the viewfinder, optical viewfinder in a DSLR, right? Goes down into the mirror up inside there, up inside of the mirror down there. Throw him down there. A disassembly project, absolutely. This is a fun way to spend the afternoon, for me at least. I've always been into electronics and building and stuff. Well, you learn by taking it apart. I think this can be helpful to people that want to fix a camera like this and have never been inside it. I'm going, oh, see, look, I got parts falling all over the place. It's helpful to see. Maybe somebody wants to try to repair their camera and not break it. Let's see here. More ribbon cables. There we go. A lot of these are breaking. Yeah. Play some Legos with it. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. Get inside a camera. I can see the plate back here where the chip's going to be. It'd be nice if I had I'm going to be a Nikon owner soon. I pre-ordered the ZF with the 40 f2. Fantastic long rider. Hear a lot of good things about that Nikon ZF. I do love the look. I really like what Ricci did by sanding the knobs on it and gave it that brassy copper looking finish. That is really cool. But you know, a lot of people complain about everything about that camera already. You know, it's a 24 megapixel full frame camera. And it really, I mean, cameras nowadays can do a little bit of everything. I mean, first you get the nostalgic look, right? Which is really awesome. And it can do lots of other things. I'm throwing away some of these wires. They're not going back in. Yeah, I've got the 40 f2. The 28 SE, that's a nice lens. Okay, we're getting, let's see here. I thought this whole front was going to come off. No, but I see some screws. More screws. Let's get in here. Those are tight. Uh-oh. I didn't strip that one. If I strip a screw, that's not good. Yeah. That screw's in trouble, guys. Let's see. Feel it. Yeah. This whole box might come out though, so I won't need to mess with that one. But we got to keep going. Let's see. I see burrs on this screwdriver, so this screwdriver is probably in trouble. keep taking every screw apart until the whole thing comes down to nothing. Yeah, these guys are, this thing here, these guys are kind of rubberized on here. Let's see. Yeah, goo, some special tape. All kinds of metal and plastic and cables. Same here, Lauren. I already have a couple of Fujis, a DF, a ZFC, but the ZF will be my first full frame retro styled camera. Yeah, I like the look of that ZF. It's nice. But now, me honestly, I am waiting on a D500 replacement. I don't have a D500, but I figured if you could, Nikon would build a high speed X-Speed 7. You know, it's got to be about 33 megapixels though. APS-C style camera, small, you know, but you know, rugged. As a second camera to the Z9, I would buy that camera, especially it's around $1,500. I mean, Canon knocked it out of the park with the R7. So, come on, Nikon. Let's see what you got next. And now we got a new lens, this new fancy lens coming out. That. Oh, hang on a sec, guys. I don't know if I can hit pause. Oh, shoot, you might want to look at all the bags. Okay. I'm not alone today, of course. All right, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. There we go. I won't worry about... Now, there's a screw right there. That one's gonna... maybe not. That screw over here got stripped, I think. Screw under here got stripped, so I think this whole thing. There's a more. It's getting smaller, guys. I'm trying to get this back plate off where the sensor is. Something's hold up. I see it right here. Disassemble my SLT A99V to replace the rubber on the back, which is completely worn. However, I got lucky and found the repairman online and got a genuine part. Oh, see? Simple repairs can be easily done. I do a lot of laptop work, and I've replaced many parts on a laptop. I've got a whole soldering kit too, so of course laptops are smaller and jammed in there. Here we go. There's this screw right here. Oh, that might have been it. Almost. There is something. Let's see. He might be underneath here. Let's get this thing off. Sometimes you hide a screw underneath a sticker. Oh, could be the heat sink on top of the back of the chip. I'm pulling. I see one down in here. I don't know if I can get to it through here. Let's see. No, you should be able to get to all of them without messing up the screws. These plates, should I try these plates to come off? No. He's welded on these plates. He might be welded in. We might have to snip this. Alright, let's see if I can get this sticker off. Maybe there's a screw under here. Nice. Like that. There it goes. No screw hiding in there, but I'm thinking he's definitely welded onto here. Or iron, soldered right here. Well, let's take another. See, he's definitely. That P is not coming off. Let's do a little roundy around here. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. I see a screw down in here. Nope. Some tape. pressure. Yeah, this is definitely holding on to it. Well, let's see if the snippers can do it. This might get ugly. Yep, that's holding on to it right there. So this part of this camera is actually soldered on. You would have to unsolder that, desolder it, to get that in there. You gotta be careful. Don't hit that with your fingers. That might be pretty sharp. There it goes. See? Alright, we're just about free here. Another one on the other side. He's deep inside there. I do see some solder up under here. I wonder if I can cut through it. He does not want to play. I see, it's the ribbon cables. This one's not going back together, guys. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Look at all the wires coming off that chip. Okay, so what do we got here? Definitely heat shielding. Probably some heat sensitive tape. CF card slot. The card goes in there. Ribbon, solder, heat sinks. Yeah, see right there, Canon chip. Some sort of interface, multiprocessor, memory card, something or something. Let's keep going. We're not here all day. All right, let's get into here. I doubt this is going to come off easily, but we got the big screws. Oh, I wonder, did it have IBIS? No, I doubt this kind of camera had IBIS, right? Because this thing, that chip does not move. DSLRs have IBIS? I don't know. Get a drink. Yeah, you gotta watch your hands. But yeah, look at this chip. There's the back end. Let's get into it. Careful. Use a wet towel to pull up all these little fragments. Or vacuum. And this one comes right off. Got a grommet on it. See, that's got a grommet on it. That means it's pressure sensitive, or movement sensitive, or shock sensitive. I don't know. 10 megapixel CMOS? 10 megapixel CMOS. Canon EOS Rebel. No IBIS here, so yeah, this is just the sensor cleaning mechanism. Oh, I gotcha. Well, this is the back side, right? Let's see. Okay, a lot more little screws. Heat shield, right? Oh, this is just holding it in, but all the metal here is still good for heat shielding. Let's see if we can get these little ones apart. I guess the lens, I guess the lenses would have IBIS maybe. This is just it. Let's see. Oh, maybe screws getting away on me. I don't know if it's magnetized screwdriver or these little guys here. Be careful with your fingernails, your fingertips. This will definitely mess your hands up. Yep, there it goes. Here we go, guys. Ready? Let's take this chip off. Ready? What do we got? There's the chip. There's the little, it's a plastic shield, plastic right there. There's the Sony. You said CMOS, right? Let me double check. Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm gonna get the phone upstairs. Okay, sorry guys. I'm in the basement. Okay, real quick. So there's the, yeah, there's a, I'm gonna touch it. Yeah, but look, it does move. It's loose in there, I guess. There's the mirror, but I probably touched the shutter. That ain't good. Well. It's a goner. This piece here is a little, it's a little springy. I'm not quite sure, but oh no, that's just the shutter box. Let's see. Get back to my chat. All right. Connectors, but here's the chip. CMOS 10 megapixel. It's actually a pretty good sized chip. Okay. Let's see if we take a little bit more of this apart. He goes into the chip pile. The pile of parts. Many layers of stuff in here. Something holding on. Yeah, it's probably in here. Sometimes there's glue and adhesive. Oh yeah, right here, I got it. Right here, this little guy. Lots of heat shielding. Something over here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, we got some cables here, some wire. There we go. Ah, one more here. Now pull it apart. Something's snagged. You'll see another screw. Yeah, I've got a small stack of sensors. That would be cool, right? I could do some cool pictures too. Make some cool pictures take pictures of sensors. I've taken apart several of these. I bought a bunch of them. Well, a guy sold a bunch of them. And guess what's coming up? Look at this guy. Look at this big thing. He's gonna be in the graveyard. But I might throw a battery in this because I have a working D200. This belonged to a school, I think. This has got that big titanium body in it, I think. Yep. Alright, let's go get some cables off of here. He might need a snip. Snip. Oh, here we go, look. And this is just, there's the little, yeah, it's not, it doesn't move or anything. That's the little thing that goes, the little screen that goes in front of the, sensor. And it's all solid right there. That ain't going anywhere. Well, he's going in the pile. All right, we're getting down to the wire here. The big, huge DSLR box. All right, we got some more, a few more screws over here we can get at. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Good to have a little company. Hopefully you can catch this type of information live, but of course it's on my Workbench video. For anybody that wants to look at inside of a Canon DSLR, might not be the one you're working on. It is an old one. How many people are still using this camera? You'd probably be surprised that people use these cameras. Why not? It's in good working condition, takes great pictures. 10 megapixels. That you can do a lot with 10 megapixels. Oh, this thing's falling out. Looks like the capacitor for the flash. 330 volt, 260 UF. Microfarads or picofarads? There's the motor. Let's see. It's all coming apart now. What else we got over here? This thing's about down to the wire. How much more do we take apart? Let's see. He's coming apart. This big piece of metal. This is the big metal frame. Big piece of aluminum or steel. This might be steel. Metal. I think I got this thing to the wire. And here's the battery case. $3.48. It's less than an hour, or almost an hour. I've had this guy completely taken apart, pretty much, down to the... Let's see here. There's a screw under there, holding me up a little bit. Where's the flat end? Wires. Oops. Yeah. Like I said, this one's not going back together again. This whole thing probably got to come out. Let's see. There's a screw. Yep. Little pieces sliding on. You definitely have to clean the workbench. I still use an Olympus E420 from yesteryear. Also 10 megapixel and works like a charm. Absolutely. Let's see here. I'm just pulling the rest of these off. I like to get the little boards out. A stack of these printed circuit boards are kind of cool. I think, there we go. He's gone. Screws went with it somewhere. Wow, look at all these. Look at all this stuff. Here's the DSLR box. Let's see. Trying to see real. You know what? We're gonna do the snip trick here. Side cutters, screws, parts. I have to get this little guy off. Trash. I'm not sure what's holding this battery pack on. Probably some glue or tape. I don't see any more screws. Ah, there's a screw right here. Let's do it. Yeah. I think this part's done, but this board, there's solder right here holding on to that metal. I don't think he's coming off. That's okay. Add him to the part. And then here, DSLR box, here's the motor. Something has to engage that to do the motor. Oh shoot, you're right, the shutter. Look at that. I hit the shutter. Look at that. That's how fragile a shutter is in cameras. You barely touch it. There it goes. The shutter. Down. There's some really good springs. That's probably the motor winds back the springs, maybe. There's a little tiny board over here with some screws. Let's see what we got. Board with some wires. This big plastic box here, there's the shutter. If we can, let's keep going. Let's pull the shutter off. Let's see. I think I did this in one of the other cameras. What the heck? I'll do a little bit more here. It's almost an hour into this. It's alright. It's always neat to see the shutter. Oh, here we go. So this is the back plate to the shutter. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Little arms. Little arms that run the shutter. And over here, I see some springs. Up here's the... Oops. Oopsie. There goes the shutter. He gone. Well, you take it apart enough, it's coming apart. Shutter blades. Super thin. Kind of self-lubricating, right? Little tiny arms. Oh, here we go. Like this. This one moves like this. Doesn't take much. Super light. Yeah, what do you think, Alman? This shutter is done. Shutter motor. I don't know if it's the, I guess it's the shutter motor. Definitely used to move the, you need a motor to move that mirror. And with these gears and springs. What do you think? Let's take a look at the parts. Let's put some tools away. Screws. Tools out of here. Put the knife over here. Don't cut yourself on an X-Acto knife. Not a good idea here. So, oh, missing screw. Super fragile. Yeah, no wonder these things break after some time. They do. Those shutters are just, let's see, there's just nothing to, I mean, they're, it feels like a, I mean, they're like a composite, like a plasticky graphite maybe. They're smooth, very, very floppy. I get that thing off my hands here. Okay, guys, this was, well, it still is, it's just in pieces, Canon EOS Digital Rebel XTI. Let's do a little review. Yes, mission accomplished. I will keep most of these parts, of course. Big pile of parts. The sensors are cool. What if these, oh, there it goes. These things are gone. I got the sensor right down to the sensor board. Look at that. Maybe snip these. Yeah, leave these on here to hold on to it. Film-like sensor. 10 megapixel CMOS. Canon. I won't touch that. Probably get a big smudge on it, but I'm sure you can clean it. So I imagine there's another, looks like there's another film on top of this, along with the one that was in the back of the camera, along with this one. So there was two layers. I don't know how close we can get on here. 2 layers on there. Definitely some sort of filter on there. Yeah, that's cool. I love doing this. This is fun. I'll keep most of these parts, throw a bunch of them away. I like to keep the boards. Pile of computer boards. Maybe take a couple more off. And throw all the other stuff away. I don't think anybody needs any of these parts. Okay, folks. Long Rider Yaman, thank you so much for joining me today. Spend a little time taking apart a camera. We've got a pile of parts here. DSLR, see? It's got a mirror. Digital single lens reflex. It's got a box and a mirror that moves around. DSLRs have moving parts. Mirrorless cameras do not. Look how big that is. This whole box is why those cameras are bigger. Neat stuff. Yes, this was a broken camera, most definitely. This camera was broken, no longer working. Not quite sure what the problem was, but I did not have a battery to test it, but it was in bad shape. Lots of ribbons. Once again, Canon Digital Rebel XTI. 10 megapixel CMOS sensor. Okay, guys. Yeah, filters. Yeah, filters. You're right. Something was on top of there. And up next, when I get to it, this will be our next one. Nikon D200. I'm going to try to put a battery in it, though. It's in rough shape. I'll see exactly. I think it was a school camera. If it works, and there's only something silly wrong with this one, I won't take it apart, because that would be, if somebody could probably, these are actually sought after, the D200. I mean, overall, it's in, physically, not bad shape. I don't see, I'm not going to touch that. I'll throw a battery in this and see what happens. Okay, YouTube, Yaman, Long Rider, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. More to follow. See you guys next time.